What a game. The games this weekend. My God. You know, this has been introduced with like a Steph Curry throw it incomplete to Devontae Adams. Wow. I mean, that's all I can say is wow. What is going on, guys? Back for the Love of Sports podcast. And today we're going to talk about NFL schedule changes from 16 games to 17 regular season games. And I can't say I'm surprised about this. You know, the NFL is obviously, to me, one of the most money-hungry sports leagues out of literally any league. I think more so than the NBA, more so than the MLB. They'll do anything to get more revenue out, which is smart. You know, they're looking for business. And the players got to understand, there's a lot of players that were upset about this. Mainly Alvin Kamara, running back on the New Orleans Saints, was saying it was absolutely ridiculous. Adrian Amos saying the same thing, like, how did we allow this to happen? But they're also going to be making more money. These TV contracts are going to be going way up, and it's just going to fall in place with their contracts also going up. They're getting an extra game, and there's two things I don't like about this. One big thing is I don't like how, prior NFL records are going to be probably demolished now. Like, you have an extra game to do everything. So, the passing touchdown leader for one season, Peyton Manning, 55, probably going to disappear very soon, if not this year. You get an extra game to do literally anything for rushing stats. For it used to be so big to get 2,000 yards rushing. Now that might be more common. It's like 1,000-yard receiving season and 1,000-yard rushing season should be like 1,200 yards now is how we should look at them, because they're getting a full extra game to do it. And I know it's just weird. It's going to be a weird thing, because it's going to have to something we're going to have to adapt to as fans. I just don't understand what the big rush was. They just voted on it now, and all of a sudden it's in effect immediately. Like, it's weird. It's literally in effect this season. We already seen the games on the list, some really good games that are getting that 17th game. It's just, it's going to be a lot of adjustment for these players. It's another week for wear and tear in their bodies. A lot of these players aren't in favor in this, and I don't blame them. It's like, dude, I already played 16 games. I already risked my body. I'm already getting destroyed. I already have no time to recover, and they're not even getting an extra bye week. They're literally getting no extra bye week, which is insane to me. If you're playing 17 games, there should be a minimum of 2 bye weeks, and for every team, and that's just how it should be, because it doesn't give somebody, especially a player that's getting hit consistently, linebackers, running backs, wide receivers, like, defensive players, like, how can you recover and play an extra game? It's already a lot. Barely guys are finishing 16 games now. A lot of players don't even finish 16 games. They're always injured. And, they're trying to get away from CTE. They want to cut down on, on tackles above the weight or above the head and big shoulder hits. But, like, this kind of conflicts that, because you're adding another game for all this to be, to happen. And what they're saying is, oh, well, we're cutting away a preseason game. Like, who gives a shit if they're cutting away a preseason game? Like, these stars aren't playing in preseason anyways. They could care less about the preseason. They're playing an extra game during the season where they could actually get hurt. The preseason, they weren't even going to be playing these guys. So I just think that's the dumbest thing. It's like, oh, well, it's really the same amount of games, just one less preseason games. The guys don't even play in the preseason. Good players don't play in the preseason. And if they do, it's very minimal time. So I just don't understand why it was so rushed. I understand why. It was just because they wanted money. They wanted more revenue. But, as a fan, for me, I love football. So gladly, I'll take another game. I'll gladly take another week of fantasy football. I'll take another week to watch football. The Super Bowl is a week further now. It's going to be February 13th instead of the 6th. So I'm all down for it from a fan aspect, just like most fans are. But you can't tell me the players that are actually out there getting hurt, putting their bodies on line are in favor of this. I can understand why they're upset. And, I think within a couple of years, it'll probably smooth itself out when their contracts get even higher, which is even scary to say. They're going to be making more money, the players. We're going to see, what are the contracts going to look like? I can't even fathom. It's like we just saw $500 million go to Patrick Mahomes. Like, what are they going to be now? I know it's only one extra game, but it's going to be ridiculous. So I'm in favor of it as a fan, a consumer. I love it. I love NFL football. I want to watch another game, but I could see why most players did not want to play another game. It's a lot. It's a lot of wear and tear on their bodies, and it's very hard to maintain a healthy season playing 17 games. And if you're a good team, you're going to play even more going into the playoffs, and then you don't even have an extra bye week. So let me know what you guys think about this. Like, comment, subscribe. Put in the comments section what you guys think. Should the NFL have done this? Should they have extended their season to 17 games? I think they shouldn't have. I think 16 games was better. Now the records are going to be completely thrown off, and everyone's going to be getting injured more so, is what I think. So let me know.